Most people feel motivated for one day, then they quit. In the US, UK, and across the world, millions start strong, but never finish. Why? Because they trust something. That always disappears. Motivation. It feels powerful. It gives you energy. It makes you plan big goals, but then it fades. And when it fades, so does your action. But here's the truth most people don't understand. Motivation is not the key to success. Discipline is. And what you're about to hear might completely change how you see your life. In this video, you'll discover why motivation always fails you, the hidden system that keeps successful people consistent, and how discipline can change your entire future. This is not just advice, this is reality. And if you ignore it, you might stay stuck forever. Let me show you exactly how this happens. Let's start with something simple. Have you ever felt motivated? Of course, maybe after watching a video, you feel inspired. You say, "This is it, I'm changing my life." You make plans, set goals, feel excited, but what happens next? A day later, that feeling disappears. You don't feel like working. You don't feel like trying, so you stop. This happens to almost everyone. Students, workers, entrepreneurs. Why? Because motivation is emotional and emotions don't last. Think about it. You feel happy sometimes, sad sometimes, angry sometimes. They come and go. Motivation is the same. It's just a feeling. And building your life on a feeling is dangerous. Now here's something interesting. People often think successful people are always motivated. That's not true. People like Jack Ma didn't wake up every day feeling excited. They had bad days too. They felt tired, they felt stressed, but they still worked. Why? Because they didn't rely on motivation. They relied on something stronger, discipline. Now here's where things get really interesting. Here's the first big truth. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation comes fast, but it leaves fast too. Discipline builds slowly, but it stays. Let me explain this with a simple example. Imagine you want to go to the gym. Day 1, you feel motivated. You go, you feel great. Day 2, still motivated. You go again. Day 3, you feel tired. No motivation. Now what? Most people quit here because they were depending on motivation, but disciplined people, they go anyway, even when they don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when it's boring. That's the difference. Now think about this deeply. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will work very little. But if you work every day, no matter how you feel, you will grow fast. This is the power of discipline. And here's another important point. Discipline creates freedom. Sounds strange, right? But it's true. When you are disciplined, you control your actions. You don't depend on mood. You don't depend on feelings. You act anyway, and that gives you power. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. Here's something most people don't realize. Discipline is a system, not a personality. You are not born disciplined. You build it, step by step, day by day. Let's break it down. Successful people don't rely on willpower. Willpower means forcing yourself, and that doesn't last long. Instead, they build systems. For example, fixed routine, clear goals, limited distractions. They remove decisions because every decision uses energy. And when energy is low, you choose the easy path. That's why people fail at night. They are tired, so they scroll, they relax, they avoid work. But disciplined people plan ahead. They don't decide in the moment, they follow a system. And here's another truth. Environment matters more than motivation. If your phone is always near you, you will use it. If your room is messy, you will feel lazy. If your friends waste time, you will too. So instead of fighting yourself, change your environment. Make it easier to work, harder to waste time. This small change creates big results. And now, this brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. Here's the biggest truth. Success is not about what you feel. It's about what you do daily. Not once, not sometimes, every day. This is where most people fail. They think success is a big moment, one big action, one big decision. But it's not. It's small actions, repeated daily. And discipline is what makes that possible. Without discipline, you stop. With discipline, you continue, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when you don't see results. And here's the scary part. Most people quit before results appear because success takes time, weeks, months, years, and motivation can't last that long. Only discipline can. That's why 95% people fail. Not because they are weak, but because they stop too early. So what does all this mean for us today? It means one thing. You must build discipline. Not wait for motivation, not depend on feelings, but build systems. Start small, very small. Don't try to change everything, just one habit. For example, wake up on time, work for 30 minutes, avoid distractions. Simple but powerful. Then repeat it daily. That's how discipline grows. And here's the secret. Consistency beats intensity. Doing a little every day is better than doing a lot once. Now let's talk about mindset, because this is important. Stop saying, I don't feel like it. Start saying, I'll do it anyway. That shift changes everything. It makes you stronger, more focused, more consistent, and over time, unstoppable. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. Here's the final truth. Motivation starts your journey, but discipline finishes it. Without discipline, you will always restart again and again. But with discipline, you move forward, slowly but surely, and one day you reach your goal, not because you felt motivated, but because you didn't quit. So ask yourself, do you want short motivation or long-term success? Because you can't have both. If this opened your eyes, let's recap. Motivation feels good, but it doesn't last. Discipline feels hard, but it builds success. Most people fail because they depend on feelings, but successful people depend on habits. So if you want to change your life, stop waiting to feel ready. Start acting, even when you don't feel like it, because that's where real growth begins. Now I want to ask you something. What is one thing you will do today without motivation? Comment below. Make it real. And if this video helped you, like and subscribe, because this channel is about growth, discipline, and success. And if you're serious about improving your life, watch the next video on your screen. It will help you build powerful habits step by step. Your journey starts now. Don't stop.